Okay, what's going on, everyone? This is the Swinging Bull here, and welcome to my earnings stream that I do every week. The two stocks that we have for today's earnings stream is SMSI, which is Smith Micro Software, basically a penny stock, trading at $1.08. Closed the regular session at $1.08, down 5.7% on the day. So we'll see. It's a software company. So we'll see what their earnings data comes in at, EPS, revenue, any forward guidance I can get. The other stock that has earnings here in a little bit is ticker symbol HRTG, which is Heritage Insurance. And they closed the regular session at $11.87, and they were up 5% on the day. So I'm just going to zoom in here to the 1 minute charts, and we'll go over some earnings information. Let's just go one by one here. So SMSI, they're supposed to report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So in about another 4 minutes, we'll get the data there. The consensus for the EPS, negative 0.11, negative number there. The forecast revenue is 5.10 million. So we'll see what they come in at. Let's talk about HRTG just real quick, and then we'll go back to SMSI. HRTG reports at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. So in about another 8 or 9 minutes on that one. The consensus for the EPS is 0.51, and the forecast revenue is 199.87 million. So we'll see what their EPS and revenue comes in at, along with any guidance that they might have. So we got a few minutes to burn here. Let me just pull up SMSI. Let me just go to chart view here on Webull. I'll go back to trading view here in a second. SMSI and HRTG. Just a quick glance at the overall markets. SPY ended up closing the day at negative 0.8%. Triple Qs closed the regular session at 0.23%. So there was some news that broke a little bit ago, a few hours ago, a little after lunchtime, that Ukraine has agreed to a U.S. proposal for a 30-day truce for the war going on over there. The deal's not done. Russia still needs to approve the deal. But hey, we got one side at the table who's agreeing. So the markets took that positively. Obviously, geopolitical deal there. So that's good. The wild card is going to be inflation data tomorrow morning, and of course, Thursday morning. So we got a couple more minutes to kill before the earnings data comes out for SMSI. SMSI just trading on light volume all day. You can see the chart here on my left on TradingView. It's just real spotty and gappy, real sloppy price action. It's just because it was trading on low volume, basically. So HRTG, this chart looks a little better, but still really spotty and still kind of traded on low volume. So we'll see if they get any action from these earnings data that's coming out here shortly. Got about another 2 minutes on SMSI. And then we got another 10 minute or 4:10 p.m. is HRTG. So about another 6 or 7 minutes on that one. So going back to SMSI, they were trading a little bit below their anchored VWAP. Their anchored VWAP's around $1.25. Just to give you an idea there on that one. Let me go over here and look at their previous earnings. Let's see. So they haven't really been doing a good job lately. The past 4 earnings, they have missed EPS. After and prior to that, they were doing an okay job beating it. But last 4 earnings in a row, they have not been able to meet EPS forecasts. It's just something to keep in mind. They're kind of on the struggle bus a little bit. You can see the last 4 earnings, what their earnings reactions were. It's 4:04 p.m. Eastern, so we should be getting this data any minute now. But you can see here the last 4 earnings. I mean, just back-to-back negative reactions. The last earnings, they were down 3.4% the next day. The time before that, they were down 20% the next day. Kind of took a bit of a hit there. And then 3 earnings ago, they were down about 4.5% the next day. And the time before that, down 40% the next day. So this stock has a history of bad reactions to earnings. They just have a tough time meeting forecasts with EPS and revenue. And that shows through with their earnings reactions from the previous earnings. So just want to go over that real quick. Let's go back to the sticks real quick. And it doesn't look like we're getting, is this 4:05 p.m. Eastern? That's what Earnings Whispers is saying. Not really, it's 4:05 now. We're not really seeing anything here. So not quite sure if the earnings data is out or not. Let me just check my other screen and see. Let me refresh my screen. We might not get big moves out of these two. Been just trading on very low volume today, both of these stocks. SMSI is a micro cap stock. So small company. They power the visual voicemail and boost mobile phones. That's what SMCI or SMSI does. Excuse me. So still waiting on some data. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Not really seeing anything there yet. So we're just gonna have to give this a minute because we're not, number one, we're not getting a reaction yet. So I don't think the data's out. Even though Earnings Whispers said the data was coming out at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, it's 4:06 now. So they're either late on submitting the earnings results data, or Earnings Whispers has the time wrong. It's one or the other. But we'll keep our eye on it and look for the reaction as it comes in. Let me go back over here. Okay, don't got any questions on Discord, so we'll just hang tight and wait for these reactions. Let me see here. Okay, so we talked about SMSI. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a reaction now, just a little bit. There's a little bit of volume on the after hours order book right now. Closed the regular session at $1.07, down 5.7% on the day. Now it's sitting in after hours at $1.12, up 4% in after hours. Again, we're not really getting a crazy reaction, and it's still trading on low volume. Level 2 order book, we got an order of 4,500 sitting at $1.08. Other than that, there's really just not much volume. As far as Webull order book goes, I'm sure there's a lot more orders on Fidelity order books and Vanguard and stuff like that. Webull doesn't really list all the orders, but close enough for hand grenades sometimes. So anyways, SMSI, I wouldn't even really call this a reaction. I mean, I guess it's a reaction, but just nothing crazy, nothing exciting. It's just kind of stuck here at $1.12. Okay, now it's up to 113. So we do got some more buyers buying shares here. Okay, here's a reaction up to $1.19 now, up 10%. Looks like the bid versus ask kind of has a wide spread right now as far as Webull goes. I bet the spread's a little bit tighter on other brokers, but I got the bid at $1.06 and the ask at $1.32. Last sale was $1.22, just came in just now. So it is up 13%. We are getting some buyers. Looking at the tape here, there are some buyers scooping up some shares here. Up to $1.28 now, so up 19%. Okay, looks like we got the reaction here. So far, it's positive. Let's just give it a second to marinate and make sure this is the real move. AlphaSense posted some data for us on. Thank you very much, AlphaSense. I'll go over this just real quick. Let me go back here. So Smith Micro reported revenue of $5 million for the quarter ending on December of 2024, compared to $8.6 million reported in the quarter ending December of 2023. So revenue is down a little bit. Gross profit for the quarter ending in December 2024 was $3.8 million, compared to $6.4 million for December of 2023. Okay, so it's catching a little bit of a bid right now. It doesn't look like it's because of revenue or gross profit, because both those numbers are down. Let me see. Gross profit as a percentage of revenue was 75.6% for the quarter ending in December 2024, compared to 74.9% for the quarter ending in December 31. So I guess percentage-wise, it did a little better. The revenue wasn't as much, but percentage-wise, the gross profit was more this go around. So maybe that's why it's kind of catching a little bit of a bid here. I mean, it's up 29%. It's not showing, this is the 5-minute chart. Let me just zoom into the 1 minute. SMSI just wicked up to 160. Again, you want to give this a minute to make sure this is the real move, because these candles are kind of looking pretty volatile, kind of bouncing up and down like a ping pong and creating some wicks here. Got 5 more seconds on this 1 minute candle print. Let's see what the next candle comes in at. Couple statements from the higher ups over there at Smith Micro. Looking back on 2024, now this is a comment from the CEO. Okay, looking back on 2024, it was a transformative year for Smith Micro. As we adjust, let me just pull this over here so you can see what I'm reading. I'll keep the SMSI chart here on the left so you can see it. And looking back in 2024, it was a transformative year for Smith Micro as we address challenges head on and develop new innovations that have ignited a renewed focus for the company. We are seeing excitement both within the company and among our customers and prospects for the opportunities that we are creating with the latest expansion of our SafePath platform. And that was mentioned by William Smith, who is the president and CEO and the chairman of the board for Smith Micro. A couple more comments here. We have distinguished ourselves as a trusted partner to mobile operators through our delivery of value-add services. And now with our latest innovation in SafePath OS and SafePath Kids, carriers can leverage the strength of our SafePath solutions to offer devices and rate plans aimed at creating a safer mobile experience, not as value-added services, but as an integral component of the carrier's core offerings. Our successful launch of SafePath Kids with Orange Spain's Tuyo solution during the fourth quarter was our first our first deployment under this renewed focus, and the product is generating tremendous interest. So some powerful statements from the CEO. Again, their revenue wasn't as good as the same time 1 year ago. Neither was their gross profit, but the percentage of gross profit was a little bit more. So initial reaction up to $1.60 per share after closing the regular session at $1.07. It's pulled back a little bit. Now it's trading in the $1.40 range, up 33% in after hours. So now that it's pulled back a little bit, go ahead and draw a Fibonacci on here. Just want to see where some of these retrace levels are at. So we got an after hours high of $1.60 per share. It pulled back a little bit to the 38% Fibonacci retracement, which puts it around $1.40 is where it bounced there. And now it's trying to hold up. We got lots of green coming in on this order book, folks. Look at the tape over here on the lower right hand of my screen. You can see all these buy orders coming in for quite a few shares here. Order books, order book is kind of about even right now. Stacked a little bit to the sell side, but it looks like the buyers do have control of the ball, if you will. Time and sales still bright green. We've got a little bit of red coming here. A little bit. This is probably people taking profits. A little bit of profit taking. I mean, it's up 40% in after hours, and it's a penny stock, so I wouldn't be surprised people taking profit here. So just be on the lookout for that. But overall, it's looking like it wants to make a higher low here, so we'll keep our eye on that. Let me flip over to HRTG just for a second. It is getting a little bit of action. It looks very this is the 5-minute chart. Let me go 1 minute real quick, just see if it fills in. So we got gap action on the 1 minute chart. It's just not really convincing price action, if you ask me. It did wick up to $12.86 after closing the regular session at $11.88. So, you know, it's up 3% in after hours, but it's kind of just like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. It's just not really doing anything. We did have some selling coming in on the tape after it hit 1286, and now it's kind of just flat. It's not really doing anything here. Not much going on the order book. Looks like a wide bid and ask spread, so that's why we're getting this little gap action here. Again, had a little bit of selling hitting the tape after it came up to 1286, and now it's kind of just sitting here flat, nothing really going on. Let me see if I can post some of this stuff on YouTube. I just want to post the revenue, the gross profit for the quarter as a dollar amount, and the gross profit for the earnings as a percentage. So let me post this on YouTube on the bottom of my screen. Hopefully it's not too much information and it doesn't look, looks like it's getting cut off a little bit. So let me post this in two posts here. I'll start off with, let's do this. I'm gonna post the revenue and the gross profit as a dollar amount first. And hopefully it doesn't get cut off. Yeah, it keeps cutting me off. So let me just do this here. Ended December 31st, 2023. Let me just post this in three posts then, because it's a little bit too much data for YouTube, the rocker on the bottom, to handle. So let me post the revenue first. So Smith Micro reported revenue of $5 million for the quarter ended December of 2024, compared to $8.6 million reported in the quarter ending December 2023. So their revenue was down, but the catch is their gross profit percent was better. So let me just go straight to the gross profit percentage, and you can see now it was just a little bit better than before, not a lot better. But investors are liking what they're seeing, because this, I mean, it's kind of taking a little bit of a breather now, but it's still holding up here. Let me go back here. We do got some more red coming through the tape right now. So again, probably some profit taking going on. Let me post the gross profit as a percentage of revenue. 75.6% for the quarter ending in December of 2024, compared to 74.9%. In the quarter ending December 2023. So that's what I was saying, that even though their revenue wasn't as much compared to the same time frame 1 year ago, their gross profit was a little better. So maybe that's what investors are seeing and what investors are liking. Let me go back here and refresh my screen and see if we can get something cleaner that we can post on the bottom of my YouTube screen. Still HRTG, still nothing going on. I mean, it's technically green, but it's just nothing going on there. Not exciting at all. Got some people on Twitter kind of going a little nuts here because it's of this positive reaction on SMSI. So let me just keep scrolling down here. Their EPS did come in at negative 11 cents, which is an improvement from the same time last year, came in at negative 18 cents. So their EPS did improve. Okay, it did improve from the same time last year. Matter of fact, let me post this EPS data on YouTube as well, because I know people like to see that. Here we go. So there we go. I just put that on the bottom of my screen. So let's keep marching forward here. And this might even, oh, we got some more people going nuts on Twitter for SMSI. So we got the data for SMSI. This is here. And again, just to remind people what SMSI does, they powered the visual voicemail on the Boost mobile phones. That's what this company does. Okay, in case you were curious. Let's keep going forward here. Let's see. So they did post a quarterly loss of 11 cents per share. We just talked about that. kind of in line with the expectations. They did beat by a little bit there. So it does mark a 31% improvement from last year's EPS loss. Revenue did take a hit, though. The revenue did come down 41% year over year. So it did miss the estimates by 2.6%. But again, I think it's the gross profit percentage of revenue that came in. That metric came in better than last year. So I think that's why we've got a positive reaction here. So it's looking good for the SMSI bulls. I mean, if this holds up, it's up 32% from when it closed the regular session. So just want to keep your eyes on it. I would like to see $1.40 hold from here, maybe $1.30, and then like $1.25. Those would be my levels to the downside that we would want it to hold. Right around the mid 120s is where the golden fib's at. So we would like that level to hold at the very least. And then again, just look for it to start forming higher lows for the remainder of extended hours. And this could be a nice surprise for the bulls tomorrow morning. Of course, if you're just trading shares on it and your broker allows you to trade extended hours, then you could manage your position right now as this reaction is happening. And that's kind of what we're seeing more recently, just in the past few minutes, 5 minutes or so. There was some selling hitting the tape. I'm assuming that's some profit taking, but there is also some buyers still in the picture that are buying shares here. So anyways, back to HRTG. Nothing really going on. Okay. It did kind of I wouldn't even call it a rally because the price action is just so spotty and gappy, but it did increase share price to $12.86. Then it's now sitting at $12.25 after closing the regular session at $11.88. But there's just no volume here. It's just not doing anything. It's just sitting there. So anyways, let me go to HRTG and just see if there is any data out that I can share with everyone. They were supposed to report earnings at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. So let's just take a look here. See if we got some statements here. Okay, here's an earnings summary here. This is going to be some good information I can post here. Now, this is from the Stock Titan, so I appreciate y'all posting that for me. And we'll just go over this data just real quick. So Heritage Insurance Holding, ticker symbol HRTG, reported Q4 2024 financial results with net income of $20.3 million. That's down from $30.9 million in Q4 of 2023. So the quarter included a $57 million pre-tax impact from Hurricane Milton losses. Of course, HRTG, in the insurance business, right? Some of the key metrics: gross premiums earned, $360.4 million. That's up 6.1% year over year. Net premiums earned, $199.3 million. That's up 12% year over year. Net loss ratio, 54.7%. That's up plus 3.7 points year over year. Let's talk about the book value per share, $9.50. That's up 30% from 2023. So the company achieved its 12th consecutive quarter of in-force premium growth, reaching $1.43 billion. That's up 5.7% year over year. Heritage's board continues to suspend quarterly shareholder dividends to prioritize strategic growth. So they didn't re-implement the dividend. They haven't put that back into place yet because they want to use that money to prioritize strategic growth. So that kind of explains what's going on with whether they were going to reinstate the dividend or not, right? So the company plans to strategically reopen territories for new personal lines business and maintain focus on profitable geography. So just a kind of a little summary of HRTG earnings there. And let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. But again, there's just no movement. I mean, yes, it's green in after hours, but there's just no volume there. You can see here on the tape, and there hasn't been a transaction in 10 minutes, and no one's trading this right now. The last transaction is at 414 for $12.25. So just kind of just sitting here, not doing nothing. SMSI, back over to this one. They did rally to $1.60 a share after closing the regular session at $1.07. Now they've retraced basically 50%, and they're kind of just hanging out here at the 50% retrace level, just right around the, say like low 130 area. Again, golden fib right around $1.27. I would like the golden fib level to hold. Maybe it creates a higher low right around that level, and then maybe it makes a run to possibly make a new high in after hours. We're just going to have to wait and see. But again, I do foresee some profit taking on this. Number one, it's a penny stock. Who knows how many people have been holding the bag on this? And hey, if they can reduce their losses, or maybe there's some people that had an average, below $1, and obviously they're profitable right now. So because it's a high risk penny stock, I could see some profit taking going on with this reaction. Another thing to keep note, I just want to go to the balance sheet real quick on SMSI. Looks like they're very, very low on cash and equivalents. It looks like they're hurting for money. I would not be surprised if they announce some sort of offering. So you got to be careful with this one. All right, they're very, very low on cash, and this is like an ideal situation where once it rallies, like it's kind of doing right now, don't be surprised if they announce an offering and it sells off after that. All right, so it's just something to keep in mind that could happen, and it can be a dangerous situation if you're not aware of it. HRTG, we do got some buy orders finally coming in on the tape after it looks like there was some profit taking. Had some green on the tape here around $12.75. So it looks like there are a couple orders coming in on the buy side, so that's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, it looks like we got the reactions. I mean, both of them are positive reactions. It's just they're both just kind of been trading on low volume all day. SMSI had a little bit more volume, but HRTG trading on low volume. Neither one of them have cracked 1 million in volume for the day yet. So this is kind of the price action you get when that happens. It's just very slow and uneventful, not too exciting, if you will. But yeah, it's been about 30 minutes. Appreciate everyone coming to hang out. And my name's The Swinging Bull with PB Alerts. I do these earnings stream every week. Didn't really have much to choose from for earnings today. So I picked out these two that I thought maybe would have the most attention. But yeah, I do this every week, and love hanging out with everyone and talking. And yeah, if you're looking for a new home, feel free to check out the links in the description. You can join our group for free, or you can just jump right into premium, or the coaching subscriptions are a lot more affordable. So that could be an option too. But yeah, we have a coach in our Discord group that just focuses on equity and just trades stock. He's a great swing trader. He basically trades a lot of swing trades. He does dabble in options. His name's Mad Maverick. So if you like swing trading stock, that's kind of his specialty. You want to go see Coach Mad Maverick. We also have another coach who all he does is trade options. He day trades them. He trades the opening move in the morning. If that's what your cup of tea is and you're interested in that, you want to go see Coach Ethan. And then me, of course, Swinging Bull. I do more of the advanced option strategies. So I do a lot of credit spreads, a lot of debit spreads. We do iron condors, and I run a ton of the wheel strategy. Been trading a lot of hedge trades lately because I do have like 4 open wheel trades going right now, and so I've been playing some of the downside to help hedge those long positions, if you will. And also, yes, we do have Coach Jasmine, who handles. She's going to be more of our technical analysis coach. And then, of course, Meta Matt, I believe, is handling our crypto session today. So and moving forward. So they've already got some alerts going on in the crypto section. So if you trade crypto, come check us out. You want to see MetaMatt or What the Duck? I guess he's got two names, but I'll go see him, and or just go straight to the crypto section in the Discord. You can see all the crypto stuff there. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. And like I said, if you're looking for a new home, come check us out. And if you do end up joining our group, just tag me in the chat. I'll come say hello, and I definitely look forward to meeting you. Cheers, everyone, and I'll see you in the next stream.